Now, the big race at Cheltenham on Saturday is the 2:30. I'm going to have to read it. It's the Spinal Research the Atlantic 4 Gold Cup. Why is it called that, Couch?
Yeah, a friend of mine, Andy Stewart, sponsored it. His son Paul had a bad skiing accident a few years ago and injured his spine, and Andy's put a lot of money into it. The Atlantic 4, there's a race going on. I think there's 17 crews rowing from from Canary Islands to Barbados in a rowing boat. You wouldn't fancy that, would you?
No, not really.
I did a lap round the Serpentine once, and I was off for a week with a dodgy tyre wreck. You're marvellous at what these lads are doing. I was with the four of them down at the Atlantic 4 down at Plumpton the other day. Big lads they were. Not too many people eat and drink more than me at a free do, but they did. Again, just good luck to everybody involved in the whole thing. Everyone's doing it for charity. I think there's another group coming who have been out in Afghanistan doing it, injured servicemen in it. So, you know, yeah, good cause.
Good. And you think Andy Stewart might have a say in the outcome as well?
Well, he's laid one out to win it. I do know that. You know, when he sponsored this, he's laid Tatnan out to win it. He's got Gizao in the race as well. I don't think it's very well handicapped. But Tatnan with Richard Rowe used to be with Paul Nichols and gone down to Richards in that. And Richard did a great job in producing it to win at Ascot last year by 16 lengths under Andy Fulton. Won by 16 lengths out for 137. Things did go right from the next couple of runs, but he's been absolutely flying at home. He's been absolutely prepped for this race. He's a massive price at 20 to 1.
Yeah.
Of course, we've got Great Endeavour who won the Paddy Power here a couple of weeks ago on a different course, remember. He was second in this race last year to Pockerland. Again, Andy owned Pockerland, who's won it the last 3 years, so he likes winning this race, Andy. But he's got this £10 island, the Paddy Power. I just feel he had an hard race in the NSC, maybe 3 quick runs. I can't be having can you?
Maybe a bit of an afterthought.
I know that you're very interested in quantitative easing, the fact that AP's not riding it, is he? And that, you know, when I pointed out Andrew Tinkler rode it in the Paddy Power, you were still sort of like, why is he not riding this? Why is he riding Sunny Hill Boy, aren't you?
Was I?
Yeah, you were.
Oh, okay.
You couldn't quite understand why, could you?
Well, I don't know.
Well, quantitative easing's a giant favourite for the race, isn't he? You know? I can see you thinking maybe AP doesn't like this horse.
Do you think?
Sometimes as simple as that. I mean, he didn't ride him last time, but he was second, did he? And now he's riding Sunny Hill Boy. I think he outpaced Sunny Hill Boy. I think he wants more cut in the ground, do you?
What about the ground for Tatnan? Is it going to be all right for him?
I think it'll be okay. Decent ground, yeah. I think he travels well. He's favourite for the Harcourt at one stage, you know. He's a decent performer. Medamit's rated 157. He won the Exeter race off a 154, but a lot fell in that race, didn't they? And I'm not so certain how good these second season chasers are. Alan
King missed the Peterborough to running this though with Medamit.
He did, yeah. I think this is when he looked at the Peterborough, it's a pretty hard race to be honest, isn't it? And you know, with his handicap mark of 157 taking on the likes of Summersby and the Nightingale, we'll be getting weight off in handicap. He's probably thought this is probably the best, but he was well put in his place behind Summersby and Masterminded at Ascot, wasn't he? So he wasn't going to beat Summersby again, was he?
Okay.
I'm not too sure about the Exeter form. One fell in the race, didn't it, when it's come to win it, Captain Chris, and I'm just not certain how good the form is. Cornas was behind him, and he was a bit behind on Saturday's race, wasn't he? Well beaten.
Gizao was fourth in that race, of course, as well.
Gizao was fourth. Never jumped a twig that day. So I'm just not with that form. I just think right from left field, Walcombe Folly's got too much on top weight, I just think at the price 20 to 1, Tatnan's overpriced.
You got bigger than 20, so did you?
I tipped him up at 33 to 1 in Monday's, Colin Roberts. You never bothered reading, but we won't go into that, will we? I'll just carry on next week and write it 3 hours and you just sit indoors and carry on watching Cadfile.